FCS, and today we'll see the properties of the mean. Already we have seen so many times, means we have computed this mean so many times, but in this lecture we'll see what exactly the properties of the mean are there. Okay, so so we have used the word average and mean interchangeably, so we can use either average or mean, uh, and will continue to do. Okay, so the definition of mean will be familiar to you from school days. Okay, so we know that we compute the average so many times, so we you are aware about the mean. So the definition of the mean is the average or mean of collection of number is the sum of all the elements of the collection divided by the number of elements in the collection. So this is simple definition, and the method like np dot average and np dot mean return from the numpy library. We can use np dot average and np dot mean to compute the mean of an array. So let's say this is the example, not symmetric is equal to make underscore array. So this is one example where we create the array. So this make array function present in a data science library. We can use the data science library and make the array like 2 3 3 9, and by using np.average we can find out the average. So same way, by using np.mean function also we are getting the 4.25. Okay, let's compute like 2 plus 3 5, 5 plus 3 8, 8 plus 9 17, 17 divided by 4, which is 4.25. So there are basic properties of this mean. So the definition and the example above point to some properties of the mean. Okay, so we can see the properties of mean. It need to be element of a collection. So sorry, it need not be an element of a collection. So we if there is a no collection of element, then also we can use it. Then it need not be an integer even if all the elements of collections are integers. So suppose like sorry, first one is it need not be a element of a collection. So here the elements are 2 3 3 9. Okay, so these are the element, but our mean is 4.25, so it is different than these elements. So 4.25 is not present in the uh, given list. Okay, so that is the first property. And then second property, it will not be an integer even if all element of collection are integers. So see here 2 3 3 9, these are the integer element, but the output uh, the mean that we get over here, which is not integer. So that is the second property. It need not be an integer even if all elements of the collection are integers. Then third property of mean is it is somewhere between smallest and largest value in the collection. So we can see here 2 and 9. Smallest value is 2, largest value is 9. It is somewhere in between smallest and largest, means it is in between 2 and 9. So 4.25 is in between 2 and 9 value. Okay. Then fourth property, it need not be a halfway between two extremes. Okay. It is not general to that half the element in a collection are above the mean. So here we can say that it is not halfway. 2 to 9, 4.25 is not the exact middle point of this two extreme like 2 and 9. Okay. Because we cannot have, it is not not in general true that if half elements that half the elements in a collection are above the mean. So this is not a true case. And last property is if the collection consists of values of a variable measured in specific units, then mean has the same unit. So whatever the unit of that collection is there, that same unit is used in this mean. Okay, we will now study some of the properties that are helpful in understanding the mean and its relation to other statistics. So the things that we need for the statistic we can see here. So the mean is smoother. So the first property is the mean is smoother. So you can think of taking the mean as equalizing or smoothing operation. So for example, imagine entries in not symmetric. So there are entries like 2, 3, 3, 9. These are the entries in a non-symmetric array. So above, as the dollars in the pocket of four different people. So we can say that not symmetric uh, is the array, the list uh, which is of type means each person is having that much money. Suppose there are four person is having the $2, $3, $9, $2, $3, $3, and $9. Okay. So to get the mean, you first put all the money into one big pot. Okay. So to find out the mean, we need to get into a one big pot and then divide it evenly among four people. So they had started out different amounts of money in their pocket, like $2, $3, $3, and $9. But now each person has 4.25, the mean amount. Okay. So likewise, we can use this mean as a smoother. Then different properties of means are there. If the collection consists of ones and zeros, then the sum of the collection is number of ones in it. Okay, so suppose only 1 and 0 is there, then collection sum of the collection uh, that only we can consider ones, not zero, because in addition we do not consider zero. Okay, and the mean of the collection is the proportion of ones. Okay. So mean of the proportion is collection of one, because we neglect the zero. So 0 1 is equal to make array, and some 0 1 is equal to 3. NP dot mean is 0.75. Okay, you can replace 1 by boolean true and 0 by false. So NP, even though we consider 0 1 number or boolean value like true and false, then also we get the same mean. Like here we got 75%, 75, here also 0.75. Okay. Because the proportion are special cases of means, result about random sample means apply to random sample proportion as well. Okay, so proportion are special cases of mean. So that means 75% of the things are ones and 25% things are zeros. Okay. So result about random sample means apply to random sample proportion as well. So whenever we consider mean and proportion, they are interchangeably used. Okay. So the mean and the histogram. Okay. Now we'll see the what is the relation between mean and the histogram. Okay. The mean of the collection 2339 is 4.25, which is not the halfway point. Okay, so uh, this is not a halfway point. Suppose we consider here, we draw here 1 minute. Suppose this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the middle element is 2 plus 9 is 11, divided by 2 is 5.5. So here we can expect middle element, but our mean that we got is over here 4.25. Okay. So the mean of the collection 2339 is 4.25, which is not the halfway point of the data. So that so then what does the mean measure? Okay. So if it is not the halfway point, then what does the mean measure? So to see this, notice that mean can be calculated in different way, like mean is equal to 4.25, 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 9 divided by 4. Also we can get, so there are 4 elements, so we can multiply each element by 1 4. 2 into 1 4 plus 3 into 1 4, 1 by 4 plus 3 into 1 by 4 plus 9 into 1 by 4. So here there are two times 3 is offering, so we have taken that 3 into 2 by 4 and 2 into 1 by 4 plus 9 into 1 by 4. Okay. So addition of that is giving us the result as a 4.25. Okay. So here 2 into 0.25, 3 into zero point 0.5, 9 into 0.25. Okay. So the last expression is an example of general fact. So we can see this last expression: 2 into 0.25, 3 into zero point 0.5, and 9 into 0.25. So as by considering the percent, total percent, suppose there are total 100%. So out of that 100%, how many times 2 is occurring? 25%. How many times 3 is occurring? 50% of the time. And how many times 9 is occurring? 25% of the time. So the general fact, when we calculate the mean, each distinct value in a collection is weighted by a proportion of times it appears in the collection. So it is weighted 0.25% of the time 2 is occurring, 0.5% of the time, or 50% of the time 3 is occurring, and 25% of the time 9 is occurring. This has an important consequence. The mean of the collection depends only on the distinct values and their proportion. Okay, so it depends on the distinct values and their proportion, and not on number of elements. Okay. So if two collections have same distribution, then we have same mean. Okay, so there are two collections are there with same distribution, like 2 is occurring twice, 3 is occurring thrice. Okay. Then they have same mean. For example, here is another collection that has same distribution as not symmetry. Okay. So our original list is 2339. Okay. And we increase this by 2, means 2, we add twice, 3, 3 is present 4 times, because we are just uh, adding uh, double element which is present there in the collection. So 2 is present only once, we add 2 one more time, 3 is present twice, then we add 3 3, and 9 is present only once, so we add one more 9 to it. Okay. And if we find out the mean, then the distribution is same, because uh, previously 2 proportion was 1 by 4, now we have 2 by 8. 2 by 8 means 1 by 4. Here 2 by 4 was there, so here 4 by 8 is there, and 2 by 8 is there, that means 1/4. Okay. So the mean is a physical attribute of histogram of the distribution. So here is the histogram of distribution, not symmetry. So 2 is occurring 25% of the time, then 3 is occurring 50% of the time, and 9 is occurring 25% of the time. So uh, here is the histogram of the distribution of non-symmetric or equivalently the distribution of same distribution. So we can see this is how the collection is distributed. Okay. Now the histogram as a figure made out of cardboard attached to right wire that runs along the horizontal axis. So imagine the bars are weighted bars as weights attached to value 239. Suppose we try to balance this figure, then what will happen? This is scattered, means 2 is 25%, then 3 is 50%, and 9 is 25%. And if we try to balance, we consider this as a wire and we try to balance. So if the point is near to 2 in figure, will tip over right. So whenever we try to balance this by considering this as a wire, then 2 is moving to the right and 9 will move to the left. Okay, so if the point is near 9, the figure will tip over to the left. Okay. Somewhere between the point where the figure will balance. Okay, that point is 4.25. So 2 is move 2 will move to the left right, and 9 will. Okay, the mean is center of gravity or balance point of histogram. So see here, this 2 and 3 will move slightly at the right side, and 9 will move at the left side. Okay, so this is the tip where the mean is present. Okay. So the mean and the median. Okay. If student score on a test is below average, does that imply the student is in bottom half of the class on a test? Okay. So what is the uh, problem over here? If a student score in a test is below average, okay, that means below average means, suppose consider this, out of 9, uh, there are 4 students in a class who scored, uh, means the test is of 10 mark. Okay, so first student scored 2 mark, second student scored 3, third student scored 3, and fourth student scored 9 mark. Okay. So what does that mean? Mean of the class is 4.25. Okay, there are 4 students and one has scored 9, and one scored 2, and 2 students scored 3 mark. Okay, so this is the histogram of the same. And does that imply that student is in the bottom half of the class on that state? So below average means it should be less than 4.25. Okay. So is this statement is true or false? It is true, because we can say that below average means it is at the bottom half of the class on that test. Okay, so because it has below average means it might be 4.24. Okay, so happily for a student, the okay, means the statement for this case is true, but not necessarily it is always true. Okay. So in exam you will get 1 mark question like, if student score on a test below average, does that imply the that student is in the bottom of half of the class? Then in that case the answer is not necessary. So we can say true, false, not necessarily. These are the options you will get in exam, and you can based on that you have to give the answer. Okay. So the relationship is easy to see in a sample example. Here is the histogram of collection 2, 3, 4, and which is in array symmetric. So let's say new symmetric array which is 2 3 3 4. So instead of 9, what we have done over here, we got the we have eliminated 9 element and we put the 4. Okay. The distribution is symmetric about the 3. So now if we compute the mean, then we get the mean as a 3. Okay, the mean and median are both equal, which is 3. NP dot mean 3, and percentile is function present in the uh, what we can say data science like. Okay. So 50 percentile of symmetric is, it is 3, means median. Okay. In general symmetric distribution, the mean and median are equal. Okay. So this can be also question of 1 mark. In symmetric distribution, mean and median are equal, true or false. Okay. In that case you have to give the answer as a true. Then what is the distribution, what if the distribution is not symmetric? Okay. Let's compare symmetric and non-symmetric. Okay. So the non-symmetric is shown in the yellow color, and symmetric is shown in by using blue color. Okay. So this blue and yellow, the first part is same as that of means this yellow part and uh, what we can say yellow part and this blue part is merged, and gets different color. Like this is the light yellow color, and here we got the somewhat brown color, because these two colors gets mixed, means symmetric and non-symmetric is overlapped over here. Okay. So the blue histogram represents the original symmetric distribution, and the gold histogram is not symmetric. Okay. And here what is the uh, observation for the symmetric distribution? We have mean and median which is 3, and for not symmetric we have median as a 4, mean as a 4.25. Okay. So the mean of gold distribution is not 3, and the 3, the balance point has shifted to right to 4.25. Okay. So because we have 9 which is far away from that 2 and 3, so we have this 4.25. Okay. So the gold histogram, the gold distribution, 3 out of 4 entries are below average, and the student with below average score can therefore take hurt. Okay. So he or she might be a majority of the class. Okay. So because many of the students are in between, means in a particular range, then they might be happy in that situation. So in general, if the histogram has tail on one side, for example skewed, then the mean is pulled away from the median in the direction of the tail. Okay. So here mean is pulled in the direction of the tail. Okay. That means here, that's why the mean is 4.25. Okay. So this is about the properties of the mean. In next part we'll continue with the example.